But today we will meet the kangaroo from a different perspective, one of Australia's biggest agricultural threat, and see how Australian farmers deal with more than 51 million kangaroos. Kangaroos are one of the most charismatic and iconic species in the world because of their unique biodiversity. They are evolutionary wonders, the only large animals that can dance, and Australians are very proud of them. But according to official government figures, there are more than twice as many kangaroos as Australia's population, and many Australians consider them pests. Pastoralists estimate there are nearly 51 million kangaroos across the country, destroying their crops and competing with livestock for scarce resources. The Australian insurance industry says kangaroos are involved in more than 87% of all reported vehicle-animal collisions each year. It is commonly believed that kangaroo numbers have increased to plague proportions, and that killing them is important to balance the ecosystem. To some people, the kangaroo is a pest that needs to be exterminated, but others see it as a national symbol, a resource that needs to be exploited and protected. This includes Indigenous Australians. They believe the kangaroo has lived on this land much longer than humans. The idea that a species that has existed for millennia can destroy a country is illogical. But Indigenous Australians have no way to defend their points of view when the reality presents itself. You can see the green savanna has now been transformed into dusty grasslands and sunburnt wilderness, a desolate landscape. Kangaroos have turned fertile land they pass through into dust, and the water sources have become depleted. Now climate change is exacerbating heat waves and droughts, adding pressure on agriculture and livelihoods. Pastoralists say kangaroos only make things worse. In the past, when there was a drought, they were able to manage appropriate food and water for their livestock. But kangaroos have interfered with that plan, and they couldn't do anything about it. The number of kangaroos has increased by nearly 70% in the past 6 years, and it is twice the size of Australia's human population. The number of individuals in a flock can increase to explosive levels after a favourable rainy season. When they reach sexual maturity, they tend to leave their mothers and disperse widely in search of food. Kangaroos consume a large amount of low-protein roughage, such as grass, to maintain their health. When resources in the area they live have not yet regenerated, the kangaroo move closer to the area where people live in search of food. This is also the time when farmers have headaches about them. Cattle farmers say their livestock cannot compete for resources with kangaroos. Australia's largest kangaroo can grow up to 6 feet tall and weigh nearly 200 pounds. Kangaroos are found in most of Australia, from the arid regions to the tropical monsoon forests. Currently, the range of their habitat overlaps with large cities, and this causes quite a lot of inconvenience to people's daily life and production. Kangaroos have the ability to survive for a long time. Hopping is an effective way for them to move at high speed for long distances. This has helped them escape predators better than the now extinct four-legged megafauna. Undeniably, the kangaroo contributes to the health of the landscape. They consume plant biomass that contributes to regeneration, reducing critical vegetation to reduce the risk of wildfires, spread native grass seeds when foraging, and fertilise nutrient-deficient soils. But imagine how terrible it would be if the kangaroo herd consumed all of the resources